So we just got an alert on my thing. You know how we have the Norton LifeLock shit? It just scanned my one of my apps, and Norton is letting me know that Norton is a safe app to use.
Good to know. Good to know.
What if it didn't? What if it wasn't?
Norton wasn't? Then we
Unsafe.
Then we would be getting screwed out of a lot of money for no reason.
Yep. All right. Is this episode 43?
Yes.
Like you're keeping track?
Mm-hmm.
What was the last episode then?
42.
Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 43.
43.
We took last week off.
Yes.
And then the week before that week, we took the other week off. And I said at one point we were going to do every 2 weeks, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seemed to be working out that way.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move that mic stand? I can't see your face.
There you go. Now you can see it.
There we go. All right. We should have done that beforehand,
That's okay.
but that's all right. All right. So, go ahead. You ran the last episode, so I'll take the reins back again.
Okay, thank
How
you.
was your week?
My week was good. I finished a book.
Okay, do tell.
I finished Den of Vipers.
You haven't talked about that book
I have not
before.
talked about Den of Vipers before, and I don't think that it's appropriate to talk about it now.
Why?
It's a very dark,
It's filled with a lot of snakes.
erotic novel.
Are the snakes cock?
No.
Oh.
Snakes are men with cocks, if that makes you feel better.
How would that make me feel better?
I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. So out of all the podcasts we've ever had, you feel like that would be inappropriate to talk about? Okay.
Yeah, it was pretty bad, but it's a good book, like if you're into that kind of literature,
Which you are.
which I am.
Okay. Is there a sequel?
No, but she is talking about writing another one, and if she does write another one, I will be all for it. That book was 650 pages.
Of pure smut.
Most of it, yes.
I don't think most. I think all of it was.
Not all of it.
It's okay.
The story was okay.
Okay.
The story was okay.
So what was the story?
Um,
In a quick sentence overview.
a group of gangsters kidnaps a woman, and they all fall in love with her.
Is this after, before, or during the time they rape her?
They kidnap her before.
No, I know. When did they fall in love with her, though?
During?
Okay, I assume so. Oh, man, this is so good. I think I love you. And, of course, she's like, no. Oh, please stop. Oh, this feels kind of good. Oh, I like this.
Stop.
I've seen enough.
Stop.
I've seen enough of them. I know how that goes.
It's not quite how it went, but you're not too far, so...
Oh, no, I'm in the snake den. I'm surrounded by all these big, hard snakes.
Oh my god, stop it. That's not how this one goes. The story's not that bad. It's not great, but it's not that bad.
Okay.
Not my highest recommend, but it was good. It was a trashy good read.
Okay.
Other than that,
Didn't you start a new book?
I did, but I'm only like 1 page in. 1 or 2 pages in.
Well, okay. What is that book, and how is that first page?
That book is... Oh my god. Having a brain fart. That book is about Hades and Persephone. It's a retelling of Hades and Persephone.
Okay.
So far, so good.
Okay. Did it grab you in the first page?
It didn't do a terrible job. Some books don't.
There's nothing interesting on that first page. Just the book's not worth reading.
Touch of Darkness. That's what it's called.
Okay.
It's called Touch of Darkness. Yeah, I mean, it did grab me in the first page because it talks about Persephone and Demeter, and I like that myth.
Okay.
So it did grab me in the sense that I'm interested in the story.
You want to elaborate for our listeners who don't know the story?
So Persephone is the daughter of Demeter. Demeter is the goddess of... Can you refresh my memory? Do you remember what Demeter is the goddess of?
I want to say wealth or something.
I want to say wealth, too. I want to say, like,
I'm not...
lavishness, maybe.
Yeah, like gluttony of sorts.
Yeah.
I feel like it's of wealth.
So Demeter is a goddess, and her daughter is Persephone. And Hades wants Persephone to come with him to the underworld. Oh, she's harvest grain and fertility. That's
yeah.
Demeter.
Okay.
So Persephone. So Hades falls in love with Persephone, wants her to come to the underworld. Demeter doesn't want her daughter to leave her. So Hades tricks her into...
Tricks who?
Persephone.
Okay.
He tricks Persephone into eating 6 pomegranate seeds.
Yeah, that'll do it. Pomegranate. Don't eat it.
And
Definitely don't eat 6.
well, she ate 6 pomegranate seeds, so for 6 months out of the year, Persephone has to spend that time in the underworld with Hades. So that's how they get seasons. So fall and winter are when Persephone lives with Hades, and there isn't a harvest because Demeter is sad
Okay.
that her daughter is not with her.
But wouldn't her tears...
No, that's not the way Greek myth works. But that's the story of Hades and Persephone.
So what does the pomegranate seed supposed to do?
Pomegranates are used throughout Greek mythology. Like,
Are they? I don't know these things.
yeah, like
I'm
it's
not a big Greek mythology person.
Pomegranates are used to signify a lot of things in Greek mythology, but like, in this case, it's like the fruit of deception.
Okay. Like an apple?
Yeah, and that pomegranates are like
So,
apples.
no.
Chinese apples.
Yeah, that's racist. And no,
Okay,
they're not apples. Anyway, but if you've learned anything from this podcast today, it's that fruit, bad for you.
No, pomegranates.
Pomegranates and apples, it sends you to hell, basically. Nah, don't eat fruit, ever.
No, don't. No, that's not what we're trying
No
to...
fruit.
Stop it.
It's bad for you.
It's not the perception we want to give people. But that's the myth of Hades and Persephone and Demeter.
Okay. What else?
For my week,
Yeah, what else? We got the hot tub hooked up.
We did
You
get
want
the
to talk
hot
about
tub.
that?
so we got the hot tub, which is a... Did we talk about getting the hot tub and moving the hot tub last time or no?
I don't remember. Wait, we mentioned we got it, but it was. I would also. I want to apologize again for the last episode because we were so fucking tired. That was your
My
your
birthday.
birthday one. Of course, the one that was supposed to be good was we were so exhausted. That's why we took last week off too because we were too tired. We didn't want to make another.
Stupid episode.
Yeah. Let's go with that. So I don't remember what we talked about on that episode. So we can talk about it again.
We'll do a brief synopsis. So basically, we got the hot tub. It was delivered. The guys refused to move it like
4 feet.
4 feet to where I asked them to, because apparently I already had asked them too much by just putting it in the yard.
They refused the bribe of money
They refused
of $100.
the money just to move it to 6 feet. So we had to
So we
finagle friends.
So it's about 500 pounds dry weight,
yeah.
and I wasn't about to move that myself.
Yes, you were.
I was about to move that myself, but I was told I was going to be dumb, and it's not the moving part because I know it would slide. Sliding's easy, but the The lowering.
The falling part.
The
yes.
lowering was, and I looked up like there's these pillows you can inflate, but it wouldn't come in time, and I didn't want the thing blown the fuck over because it could. So me being me, I was like, how are we going to get? We got to get people over.
And you're like, nobody's gonna come.
Whoa,
What happened?
that was weird.
I don't know.
I don't know if you yelled, blew this up, but now my headphone, I'm guessing I'm hearing in both ears.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't doing that before, but
Okay.
that was weird. All right, this is what happens when you get new headphones. But these headphones are immensely better than that shit.
Yeah.
I suggest you go out and buy a pair.
Oh, thanks.
They're not cheap.
Continue.
So I was like, we got to move it, but I don't know how easy it's going to slide. So what I'll do is I'll go to Home Depot and buy some PVC pipe so we can do a roller system.
Yeah.
Because I know how to
Move
work
heavy.
things.
Yes.
So we did that. We laid it. We slid it in position first and then laid it
Yeah.
down. Because it'd be easier to push and without it toppling over if we put it on the rollers if it was laid down correctly.
And a few of our friends came to help because
Yes.
they're wonderful people.
Yes, even though they won't be on they don't want to be on the podcast.
That's
So
okay.
we put the 3 rollers down and then we just switched them out and we moved them where it needed to be, which was real fucking simple. And then we got into position and then we just spun it on the concrete.
Yeah.
To where it was, and it fits. It's like
It fits perfect.
It's like our patio was meant for it. It's perfect.
Yeah, it
fit.
fits perfectly. The moving guys were like, "You want to put it there?" I'm like, "Yeah."
I don't know.
Whatever.
But,
It's fine. It worked
and
out.
then yesterday I returned the PVC pipe and
Yeah.
I got my $80 back.
Yeah, yesterday you returned the PVC pipe, and then 2 days ago or 3 days ago, the electrician came and hooked it up.
Which is good because he said it was going to take 2 weeks and it only took like a few days because they had a cancellation.
He said he wasn't going to get back to me till after July 4th, and he did. He got back to me right away after July 4th.
Right.
And then he texted me like July 5th and was like, "Hey, do you want us to come Friday?" I was like, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah.
So he came Friday. Chemicals are coming in tomorrow. We'll have
Okay.
all the chemicals by tomorrow.
But do you want to go over the
I said
installation
I said I would order the chemicals earlier, and
I wasn't talking
didn't.
about that. I was talking about him coming here and installing it.
Oh, so he came. He was a very nice guy.
I was at work.
You were at work. It took him 5 hours to install it. It shouldn't have. He had some issues. I think he had issues hanging the wire. That's what-
Probably. Well, see, it's not his fault. Like you got to go out of the way. Like I said, I wasn't here, but he had to run the wire a certain way, and then it had to come down the side of it had to go up the wall, through the deck, down the wall, across the wall, down the wall again, and he had to bolt it into our concrete slab and everything.
Yeah, so he was having some issues.
Yeah.
So apparently his boss came. I was not outside when his boss came, so it's fine. His boss came, helped him out, but he finished. Yeah, it took him about 5 hours, but whatever. He got it done. It looks good. He did a good job.
It wasn't terribly expensive.
It wasn't.
It's about what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was around what we expected. And it was exactly there. I like it when people give an estimate and it's always exactly the estimate.
Right.
Because I've heard horror stories of people getting estimates and then it's like $300, $400 more than the estimate.
But more importantly, it looks good. Mm-hmm. Like the wiring looks good. The outside box, like it looks professionally done, which is what we wanted. We didn't want it to look like.
We didn't want it half-assed.
Right.
We didn't want it to look shabby or anything, and it looks really nice. He did a very good job. Yeah, it was really good. I highly recommend them. It is. Hold on, I'm going to tell you exactly who did it in 5 seconds. Wait.
Well, while you're saying that, it's like we would recommend them. Now we're saying it took a long time for us because anything that happens in our house
Always
or has to do with me is always the hard thing. Like nothing ever comes easy.
No.
But
it's Brian, Byrne.
Byron.
Sorry. Byron Electrical Services.
Okay.
High recommend.
And he does the Philadelphia area.
Yes, he does the
Okay.
Philadelphia area, and you speak directly to Byron, and like it's Anthony Byron is the owner of the company, and everything goes through him.
Okay.
So he was very responsive, extremely like willing to work with you, like like creepily fast responsive. Like his guy came out, took a look at the.
That's what you want. That's a selling point. They're so quick, it's creepy.
But his guy came out. He's like, "Oh, Anthony will get back to you with the estimate." Anthony literally texted me like an hour later with the estimate.
Good.
And this was at like 5:00 at night, so
Yeah,
it was really good. But yeah, so
you know what else takes 5 hours? Little known thing, an oil change.
onto the not so great business we deal with. Go
Well,
ahead.
while we're talking about it and the luck, so I have a Ford Ranger, a new Ranger, and I think I've talked about it here. I always do my own oil changes, but I don't want to do oil changes in this truck because you have to take a wheel off and you have to access the the oil filter through the wheel well area, which is stupid. And then the way they have their the nut, the oil valve to drain the oil is on top of a bunch of things. So when you drain it, it splashes all over everywhere. So I guess there's a special tool, or they clean it up or something, and I didn't want to do it. Mind you, it's still under warranty, so I usually take it to the dealership because it's easier and they keep records, all that good stuff. But they couldn't make an appointment for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And my gauge on my thing said oil level at 0%. You need to change. Well, not the level. The
Oil quality, whatever.
The quality. So, not that I usually follow that anyway, but I fell behind with working and all that, so I couldn't get it in. So they said 3 weeks. So you were like, here, take it to this place. And so I do. I have a 10 o'clock appointment. I drive it over at 9:30. Very clean, super nice people. And she was like, okay, cool, whatever. Have a seat and whatever. I was like, but I live right there. So I'm like, I'm not going to wait. I'll just come back. Just call me when it's ready in an hour, max 2 hours. Because, people in line, even though I was the next car in line, and they had 2 cars there. So I'm waiting. 1 o'clock. I'm like, fuck it. I'm calling them. Oh yeah. They're working on your truck right now. I think they just got done the oil change, so it shouldn't be long now. Okay. I was thinking about walking over there, to get there when it's done, but I didn't. Because I knew. Some part of me knew. At 2:30, they call. Your truck's ready. So from 9:30 to 2:30.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, great. I don't know why it took so long. I thought maybe they'd washed it or something. Why would it take 5 hours? It's just oil change. Go over. I walk over. I get there. She's like, here's your stuff. I really like the truck. Blah, 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 blah. Because more and more people are buying them, but they're not a lot around. And then she hands me the bill, which is $100 for an oil change.
Mm-hmm.
They charged me $75
For the oil.
For the oil.
Jesus.
The oil that I had in my shopping cart on Amazon for $25.
Jeez.
They charged me $75. So I'm not going back there.
No.
I will just change my fucking oil myself and get it everywhere, I
Yeah.
guess. That's ridiculous.
That's a lot.
I feel bad for people who can't do this stuff. Like, I could only imagine what they'd charge me for brakes and rotors.
Yeah, no. Brakes and rotors. Brakes and rotors are the biggest ripoff
They charge
ever.
you 2 to 3 times. Like, you can buy all the stuff you need for depending on the car between $150, $200, $300 max. But they charge you $600 to $800 or more
To
to do
change.
brakes and rotors
I remember.
when it's the easiest fucking thing.
Yeah, I remember I had a Ford Tempo. I had the Tempo, the 1992 Tempo, and to get it changed, to get all my brakes and rotors changed by a mechanic, like a certified mechanic, cost me $600.
Yeah, well, that's on the cheaper end.
The brakes and rotors cost $80.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are you?"
Well, I don't think yours wasn't full disc. You just had drums on it too,
Yeah.
didn't it? I don't mess with drum brakes, but no one has drum brakes anymore unless it's your emergency brake, your parking brake.
Yeah,
But-
$80.
But regular disc brakes,
That's crazy.
super fucking easy. Like I changed it on the sole over and over again when I needed to, and
You changed my car too, the Forte.
and it's like
It's easy.
it's $80 for everything, for the most part.
It's crazy. It's crazy how much they charge for rotors. It's not even brake. Changing brake pads isn't that bad.
Right, brakes are easy.
Brakes are easy, and they don't charge that much for brake pads. When you have to change a rotor, that's it. Like that's
Because you got to take the rotor off. You got to unbolt 2 bolts,
yeah, it's crazy.
and then you got to put the new one on.
Changing rotors is so expensive.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Well, the mechanics.
But yeah, anything else this week? I had to just interject.
Nope, I think that's it. That's it.
We had Alexa and Quentin up yesterday.
We did. We had
And that
breakfast
was-
with Mike yesterday too.
Oh yeah, we had breakfast with Mike. So we'll start in the beginning. So we had breakfast with Mike, and we were having conversations about how he likes when I'm around because he always knows that he won't be the one that takes the thing to the farthest level.
No. Yep.
He'll stop, but I'll keep going.
Yes.
And then we got on the subject, which sums it up perfectly. And I've thought about it before, clearly. So he said, when I open my mouth, it's like him when he's drunk. Because, when you get to that good spot where you're
Yeah.
not throwing up, but you're enjoying yourself, and you're kind of just letting loose.
You don't
and
really
you're
care what
saying
anybody
whatever
says.
you
Yeah.
want. Because,
You don't care when you're drunk.
yeah, and, you can make jokes, say inappropriate things, but everyone knows you're drunk and you're kidding and it's
Yeah.
not serious and you're just having a fucking good
Yeah.
time. And that's how I was when I drank.
Mm-hmm.
I would enjoy that. And then I wouldn't drink to enjoy the drinking. I would drink to get to that step, to enjoy that.
Yeah.
And that doesn't last long
No.
because you either get tired, pass out, throw up.
Something. Inevitably, it has to end.
It's like when you're doing hardcore drugs, you try to get that Zen high.
okay.
You know what I'm talking
No,
about.
not
That
really,
Zen
but
high.
okay.
And you're always chasing it, and if you do get it, it's fleeting. It's very short. So it's like that. And I realized, you don't have to drink to get to that point.
No, you don't.
You can just
Do it.
delete that filter or move it to the side and be like, I'll pick you up later, and just say what the fuck you want and have fun. And everyone will be shocked at first, but then they'll realize, oh, it's just him.
They'll
weird.
either get used to it or they won't like you and you don't care.
Yeah. But yeah, it saves. I'm not really a drinker anymore.
No.
So, but yeah, I don't have to worry about drinking to be that way. I can just be that way all the time.
You just are that way, yeah.
And it's nice.
Well, good. I'm okay with that with certain people.
It was other
I'm not
people-
okay with are you doing that in front of everybody, but with certain people, do it up.
But so that's that.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else from the breakfast?
No, that was just fun. It was a
Yeah.
nice breakfast. Yeah. No,
At some point, he's got to come back on.
he will. He's willing.
Found out he only listened to this 2 episodes of it.
2 episodes in, he's like, Evelyn, do you listen to the bot? No.
All right. So then we did. I did work around the house, getting everything set up, and then Alexa and Quentin. What? What are you doing over there?
Taking pictures of the book's position right now. He just moved, but his leg was like up.
Nice.
Okay.
Send that to me. So Alexa and Quentin came up.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking we'd record, but I'm like, we'll see if it happens because we were eating. We barbecued. We hung out on the deck.
Yeah,
we hung out in the house. Like, I like recording with them because one, it's fun as shit,
Yeah.
and then we get to I like conversating with people and documenting everything.
Yeah. It's a nice thing to go back and listen to when.
Yeah, not that I only go back and listen when I edit, but it's nice to have, and like, I don't know, but
But it's nice
I
when
feel
they
like-
just come over and hang out too.
yeah, just sitting upstairs, talking about things that we wouldn't talk about on here,
Yeah.
and just enjoying the company.
Yeah.
Sometimes I enjoy this down here, but sometimes I feel like I force people because I ask people to come on and they say no, and I feel like I'm forcing people who do come on, be like, do it some more.
But they like it, so.
They do, but that's fine. We didn't, and we had a really nice time because we love them.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel bad because they always drive up here and then they gotta go back.
But it's
It was
not.
like,
It's nothing we can change.
I
Right now,
know,
so.
but I keep sending them houses for sale up here, and they keep not buying them. So
It's a far move that not everyone is willing to make. You were willing to make it for me, but not everybody's willing to make it. So
everyone, well, I did it for you.
Mm-hmm.
They should do it for me.
okay, babe.
I'm just saying. I have to take care of my baby niece.
Okay,
All right.
all right.
What else?
Hot tub. No,
We play with your Polly Pocket,
I play with my Polly Pocket. Yes, I love my Polly Pocket.
and then
That's
I think
it?
that's it. We'll just jump through everything else. I think I talked about it here, but I talked about it to you. So Renaissance Fair, the PA Renaissance Fair, we did the Celtic Fling. I'm very gassy today.
That's different than every other day.
Not while I'm recording. Like every couple sentences, I got to burp. So I think it's because I had the soda, and I don't drink soda like
Probably.
that.
But Celtic Fling.
We had that, but when I was looking at it on the website, I said they had the Blues and Brews, where it's like a blues band thing with like drinks and everything. You remember me saying that?
Yes.
And me being excited about it?
Yes.
Guess what it is? It's not musical blues. It's crabs.
So
It's
blue
blue crab.
and brews.
I feel like they need to change. Because I was all excited for some blues.
I would go to blues and brews now because I love crab.
I like it one time a year. But, yeah, so that's kind of disappointing.
Not the same for you though.
Kind of disappointing.
Sorry.
I was all psyched for a blues festival.
Blue crab.
I saw that. I felt stupid. I was like,
Why?
you son of a bitches,
think
you lied to me.
I think that's a perfectly normal, regular mistake to
it
make.
is.
Especially because they have like music festivals there and stuff.
Yeah. So that was stupid.
When is the Edgar Allan Poe thing's in
November's.
November, right? Okay.
Yeah, it's in the November days.
We got to go to that.
Okay.
I want to go to that so bad.
Yeah, because it's once they close. Because they have a couple things. They have murder mysteries. They have
The murder mystery.
Edgar Allan Poe, and then they have something else.
They have a Christmas thing. Charles
Yeah.
Dickens.
That's it.
They have Dickens. I want to do Poe though. I love
Okay.
Edgar Allan Poe.
We've been watching Loki. You've caught up.
Yep.
So, what are your thoughts?
I really like it. I think it's a cool. It started kind of slow.
It started well though. I enjoyed how it started.
You didn't like the first episode, though.
I liked where it was going.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I could see that it had potential.
I like the story.
Unlike WandaVision.
I liked WandaVision, but I like the story of Loki. I like where it's good. I like how they. I like the pacing of the show.
Yeah.
I think the pacing is really good. I love Tom Hiddleston, so like.
I like the female.
Mm-hmm. She's
Sylvie.
really good. Sylvie, the one that plays Sylvie. Yeah, she's really good.
And Owen Wilson, clearly.
Oh, Wilson's lovely. It's just it's really well written. I think it's like a really
It's good. I really like
Good plotline.
Winter Soldier and Falcon.
Falcon Winter Soldier. I liked it too.
But this one's good. And especially the last episode, I loved.
Yeah, it was very good.
Because it had the breakout star,
The alligator,
the alligator.
Loki alligator.
Oh, and I was looking at I knew there was a lot of Easter eggs in that
Yeah.
episode. So I went and I watched one of the video and had everything. Did you?
No.
Okay, so they had a lot of different Easter eggs that I picked up on some of them, and I kind of the Thor that was in the jar
yeah.
was Throg.
Oh,
It's a frog version of Thor,
that's cool.
and everyone loves Throg. So it was cute that they had him in there.
That's cool.
So
I think that Falcon and Winter Soldier was a more serious show.
Falcon and Winter Soldier worked with my good cop, bad, or like cop buddy drama.
Yeah.
It fulfilled that because I love those kind of shows.
Yeah, and it did a good job of that. This fulfills more of like a fanciful Marvel kind of deal. Like,
Right.
Like for example, I like Iron Man, but I like Guardians of the Galaxy when I want something more of like fantastical.
Right.
So this fills that like fantastical, mystical kind of deal for me. So I really like it. I like that Marvel is kind of. I don't know how to say this. I like the branches that they're taking.
Right.
You know, like
I like that. There's,
WandaVision,
Yeah.
Captain Winter Soldier.
Out of all the out of all the
Falcon
TV
Winter
shows,
Soldier.
not everyone likes everyone.
No.
But different people like the different ones. Like,
Exactly.
people who love WandaVision might not like Loki. I like Loki, and I don't like WandaVision. Mm-hmm. So it's
something for everybody.
Getting everyone.
Like it's catching, and
Yeah.
I like that. I like that
Now,
they're doing that.
What we need is, and I know you're listening out there, Marvel, because you're one of the biggest contributors to our podcast, is a show for Hela.
Ooh, that would be good.
And the only reason is I want to see her. Was it Kate Blanchett?
Kate Blanchett, yep,
I want to see her more.
as Hela.
Her character is amazing. I love her character. She is gorgeous with the black hair and the makeup, and not the horn shit. Like when she's like, I would watch. I don't even care if the story was bad. I would watch
She
it.
just played that part so well.
Yeah,
I would like that, like a prequel to like Hela, like
right. Like to know
the
what
story
happened.
of Hela and Odin.
Yeah.
would be really good because Hela's a good, interesting villain. She's
Right.
she's got that niche.
She's interesting. She's a great bad guy.
And Kate Blanchett did do a fantastic job.
Like, yeah, a prequel about like the early days of Odin and everything, or to have her like she's not dead,
No,
so she can come back.
I would watch that. I really like the characters in Thor. I must say, like Hamdale.
Well, here's the thing. I like Thor. I like the Asgardians in from Ragnarok on because they have character, but they do take things from the mythology of it.
Yeah, Norse mythology.
Whereas the other character, like they have more of a background, if you
Yeah,
a longer background, so
Yeah.
you can pick the good things from him and all. Whereas like the newer things that people are making up, you're making it up. You're not like taking from stuff necessarily.
Mm-hmm. It's based on something, but the characters are interesting.
Yeah.
So
Now we just need someone needs to do an Egyptian one, not Stargate.
okay. Okay.
But yeah. But 2 segues. Comic book related and Egyptian separately. We'll take the one branch first. Invincible. I didn't want to watch it.
Mm.
I was told to watch it. But I was like, it had an anime feel to it just by I didn't see any clips of it.
But not really.
But just seeing the character design, I was like, it kind of feels anime. So I was like, I don't want to watch it. And new cartoons have that anime feel nowadays. Doesn't matter what it is. So I was very reluctant, but we watched the first episode, and you hated it. It was very gory.
I didn't hate it, but I didn't like.
And I don't like gore.
It's
I don't like
not something that I would consistently want to watch.
Right. I'm not someone who watches stuff for gore. I don't like
exactly. Like
the
I
gore.
I think the new Harley Quinn is also a little gory.
It is,
but it has like a storyline
Right.
that kind of makes that
Right.
okay.
And you gave up after the first episode. I because I was hooked. I watched the first episode and I was like, it's gory as fuck, but I know it's going to go somewhere that I'm going to enjoy. So I watched all of it, and it might be one of the best cartoons, like based off a comic book that I've seen in a long
what
time.
comic book is it?
Invincible.
Oh,
It's the same guy who did The Walking Dead.
okay. That makes sense.
This was his first one, I think. I don't know. I could be lying out my ass.
I mean, maybe
but
I need to give it
it is.
a chance.
It gets worse.
Ugh,
It gets so much worse with the gore.
that doesn't make me want to watch
And
it.
at one scene, it made me uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable.
That's saying a lot.
That says a lot. But it everything besides that first episode, like it all has like meaning to it. Like it all builds.
It's
a
not
character.
gore just for the sake of gore.
Yeah. So like it's done with a purpose in mind.
Okay. I might give it another. I don't know. I have to. Those kinds of cartoons, like cartoons that aren't funny,
Right. And it's not funny.
I have to be in the mood for.
Right.
Like I have to turn my brain onto like a different thing.
Yeah.
Like cartoons that aren't meant for kids and that aren't funny. My brain doesn't quite process them correctly. I have to really like it or really want to watch it. Like there's no like I can't just say, "Oh, I'll turn this on because."
Yeah.
So maybe I'll give it another shot, but very rarely do I like cartoons like that.
Sorry, Marshall posted. I posted the picture on Instagram saying we're recording, and he was like, "I remember being asked to come all the time. Now I don't hear a peep." This motherfucker, I can't do weekends.
He said he couldn't come on weekend.
It's Sunday. So I'm yelling at him.
All right, what's your next topic?
No, we're still on Invincible.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so it is a run of 144 comics.
Jesus.
That's not that lot. That's not a lot.
Okay.
People have said that it's the best comic book ever. Like, it started all the tropes.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was one of the first ones to have good guys be the bad guys and all that other stuff. So I'm told. They have compendiums.
Of course they do.
Just 3.
Okay.
And I kind of want to read. Like, I watched that, and I'm like, they do change some things, clearly. But I'm like, I want them. I want them so bad.
Why don't you read 2 of the other compendiums that you've bought, and then you can.
I only have 1 compendium.
Okay, finish that one.
Spawn takes forever. There's so many words.
Finish one compendium and then you can buy others.
But I have.
You
That's not true.
finished
I haven't
none.
finished anything.
You
I
haven't-
finished the IDW collection. They're much smaller.
Yeah, that doesn't count. Like finish the compendium and then we can talk.
But they're on sale. Well, I'm not going to buy the ones on sale because I'm slowly stopping purchasing things on Amazon that I can get somewhere else.
Yeah, I've started to do that as well.
So there's the one. So I have 3 main places. I have my toy shop.
Mm-hmm.
So that's Farpoint in Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
I have my comic book shop, which is titled
The comic book
The
shop.
Comic Book Shop, and that's in Delaware.
Mm-hmm.
And they do my pull list.
Mm-hmm.
I have this online company, so my comic book shop can't get everything. And they don't have the wide selection. They have a good selection of trade backs and everything. But I want to spread the love around a little bit. And then I have where's she bargain at?
Ice cream truck.
Okay, and then I have my one shop in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't have any like deals. They have deals, but not on this.
Mm-hmm.
Just edit out. Yeah, they don't have. They. I can find things on their website
Mm-hmm.
that I can't find other places. Whether it be certain comic books, variant covers. So it's Forbidden Planet in New York, and they have a nice store. Everything, people love them. They're the ones I've talked about them before. They send you comic books. If you order some stuff, they'll send you free stickers. They'll send you a free comic book that you didn't order. They'll just throw it in there as a
That's
thank
nice.
you. They take care of their customers. If you have any problems, they answer real quick. So they have it on there for like $15 over Amazon.
Okay, that's fine.
So I'm like,
I'd rather
I'm just
give,
going to give them. I'm
I'd
going to give
rather
them
give them money,
$30
yeah.
more because they have the first 2. They don't have the third one. The third one's on Amazon, unless I can get it somewhere else. I'll just fucking pay $15 more each
Yeah.
and not give Amazon any money.
Yeah, and you
Hear that,
support
Amazon?
support a small business.
Assholes.
Support a small business.
So
Yeah, no. Finish another compendium and then buy it.
well, that also leads in another thing. I want to start reading 30 minutes to an hour every day.
Do it like I do. I read before I go to sleep.
I can't no. I was told I figured it out myself, but I was also told that if you read before bed, it makes something in your brain trigger that when you read, you get tired.
Okay.
And I don't want to so like
You don't want to get tired. I get it.
yeah, so I'll read when I come home from work.
Okay.
I'll read after I wake up. Something
Okay.
like that. So 30 minutes to an hour, and then I'll be done the Spawn Compendium in like 3 years.
Yeah.
But the other thing, the Egyptian thing, they have released a new pre-order for this 1/6 scale TB League Egyptian line. So it's Osiris, which I have a tumultuous relationship with. Because, so, Egyptian lesson for everyone. So, Osiris was killed. Anubis, some stories say it was his wife. Other stories say it was Anubis. Some stories say other things, but I'm going to believe the one where I like the deity better. So I'm going to stick with Anubis. Anubis was like the god of the dead. So Osiris was killed and cut up into pieces and thrown all over the world. Anubis went and gathered all the pieces, wrapped them up, brought him back to life, and then gave him the throne of the underworld. Which I don't like because I love Anubis. So that's why I was like, for a while, I was like, fuck him. But in some stories that Osiris it changed somewhere down the line. But mainly it's thought that Anubis is the son of Osiris. So whatever. Anyway, they now have him up for pre-order.
Yes.
And they have 3 editions. Okay, so I've been they have 2 editions of each. They have the gold one, gold and black. They have the silver and black. I like silver and black. But that's not what I'm getting. I'm getting gold and black because
They look better.
no, I don't think so. I think the silver and black looks better. But Egyptians did the gold thing.
Yes.
So if I want to be as true to a religion that toys can be, I'm going to go with the gold. So they look good. Osiris has 3 editions. You have the gold and black. You have the silver and black. The gold and black looks amazing.
It does look amazing.
Then you have the brown. So Osiris, his skin color is black in the first 2. His skin color in the last one is green. And I showed it to you, and you were like, what the fuck is up with that?
Why green?
So his skin color, in every depiction of him, most depictions of him, his skin color is green.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's supposed to represent the Nile, the fertility, everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's green for life and growth.
Yes.
However, I would be fine with that. But his costume, his clothing, it's kind of like a brown. Like if I could have the skin color with the black and gold,
That would be good.
perfect. But I bought the green one
Okay.
because it's accurate.
Because it's accurate.
But now he's going to stick out like a sore thumb.
It's okay.
But whatever.
It's okay. So who do you have so far then? You have Anubis,
Anubis.
Thoth.
No,
No.
not yet. I'm waiting. Oh, Anubis, Montu,
Monty.
and I want to say it's Ra. It's one of the.
Ra. I think it is Ra.
I think one of the new ones is they have 2 bird ones that look exactly the same, and it's throwing me off because there's a lot of bird-headed Egyptian gods, and they're like the male versions. They're all kind of like the same, except their headdress is different. But on these figures, the headdress is about the same. They're just holding a different staff, and they have slightly different things. But I've ordered the Tut for you.
Yes. I asked for King Tut.
And then I have, I think, Ra coming.
Mm-hmm. Then is Horus upstairs?
Yeah, Horus. That's it. So I have Horus,
Anubis.
Montu, which Montu is Month, they call it, but also is female, which is throwing me off because he's not a female, but maybe they know something I don't. And then I have Ra coming, Osiris coming, and Tut. So I have 6. And like I have 2 Detolfs. I'm gonna empty these Detolfs, and that's where they're gonna be. So I have room for 8.
Okay, cool.
But they're probably gonna make more. So at that point, I will put the ones together that belong together. Like I'll put some of the bird ones together because that'll look good with like 3 bird-headed gods together. I'll put Anubis and Thoth together because they just belong together. Thank you, Neil Gaiman. And and I don't think I'm not gonna put anyone with Tut.
If they make a Nefertiti, you should do that.
If they make a Nefertiti, I will be in heaven. As long as they don't make her into a slut. Because they made
hope
Cleopatra, well, they didn't make her into a slut. She had that coming. Her figure, they have a Cleopatra one. And she's like naked.
Ugh, I hate that. Why would you do that?
But worst comes to worst, they companies make after third-party costumes
Okay,
for them.
good.
So if they make a Nefertiti that's like a whore, I will buy clothing.
Please do.
Because I need a Nefertiti.
I want a Nefertiti if they make one.
But she'll go in there because they'll just be
Either
like the pharaohs.
Nefertiti or Hatshepsut if they make Hatshepsut too.
Hopefully they do.
I
But
would like those.
We'll see. We were talking about something else too.
We've gone through a lot of mythology today.
That's my life. I'm excited. There's rumors there's rumors for a sequel of one of my really good, enjoyable movies. If you were to name, we're gonna play a game. Your favorite thing, my favorite thing. Okay, so think of this: a sequel to a movie that I love that didn't have a sequel. 3 guesses.
A sequel to a movie that you love.
That is a one-off. There's no sequel to it. Don't pick up your phone. Oh, you're just scratching your.
Just scratching.
I thought you were picking up your phone to look.
No.
So okay, go ahead.
A movie that you love that doesn't have a sequel.
Yes.
Can I ask a question?
You can ask a question. That doesn't mean I'm going to answer it.
Is it a Wes Anderson movie?
No.
Okay.
No, he doesn't make sequels.
No, he doesn't. That's why I said. Okay. Is it a movie that features The Rock?
Not that I know of.
Okay. A movie that you love that has no sequel.
You're not going to get it, but
I'm not going to get it.
I love these games.
I don't. But I'll try to guess. Is it Kung Pao?
If only. It would have been made by now. It would have been made by now. I know what you're going to say next.
Is it a comedy?
Sort of.
So it's not Rubber.
I knew you were going to say Rubber. I know it. I want a sequel to Rubber too. Just if you're out there listening. And Killer Clowns. It's not Killer Clowns. But if you make a sequel for that, I'm in.
A movie that you love
So there's 2 guesses. One more.
that has no sequel.
It's a good movie.
Is it a movie that I like?
I don't know. I feel like we watched it together, but I don't remember. We had to have watched it together.
Is it Big Fish?
It's not Big Fish. I'm not a big fan of Big Fish.
Then I'm all out of guesses.
Sweet Home Alabama.
Really? That's great.
Yeah. So the male actor. I even posted this on Facebook. I'm surprised
You did. I totally spaced on that.
So the lead star, the male actor, I don't remember his name,
Me.
was doing an interview and saying, yeah, he would love to do a sequel, but Reese Witherspoon is like a mogul now, and she's so busy that she probably doesn't have time or anything. So that interview went out, and then she did an interview saying how much she would be up for it.
Oh wow!
So we need to make that shit happen.
I would love it.
Because that's my go-to chick flick. Besides Love Actually, it's that.
Yeah, I would love that. We did watch Sweet Home Alabama together.
I used to watch that all the time.
So yours are Love Actually, Sweet Home Alabama, and Definitely Maybe.
Yeah, well, Definitely Maybe is basically the same thing as Love Actually.
Yeah,
Kinda. But yeah, I like that.
all about the same. But yes,
And Jersey Girl. But I haven't seen that in a while.
Why do you like Jersey Girl?
We have this conversation all the time, and you saw it, and you were like, "Oh, I like that too." You're thinking of the wrong movie.
I am.
It's the one with the girl, and there's Ben Affleck, and what's her name was in it?
Jennifer Lopez was in
Yeah.
it. Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know. You keep thinking of Giggly or whatever. So I don't know what you were thinking.
Geely, maybe? I don't remember.
But Jersey Girl.
It's the one with Ben Affleck and Liv Tyler.
Yeah, I don't know. But yeah.
Okay. Maybe
And you always gave that reaction
I
until
did, and then I'm like,
a couple weeks ago you figured out what movie it was. I mean, it's not an acclaimed movie. No one really likes that movie.
no.
But I watched it once and I enjoyed it.
Okay.
But it's no Sweet Home Alabama.
Sweet Home Alabama is good. One of Reese Witherspoon's best.
I couldn't even name anything else she's in.
Legally Blonde.
Yeah, I don't watch that. But we were going through Amazon watch list, and we saw Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet on there, but you have to pay for it.
Yeah. Doesn't stream anywhere. Ridiculous.
So I bought it,
Yes, you did.
and then I also bought the Hamlet with
David Tennant.
and Patrick Stewart.
Oh my God, I'm so excited to watch that.
So
We got to watch that this week. Oh,
Yep.
So excited. I love.
I wanted to try to watch it today, but we
It's
we had
long.
too much
And-
shit.
and
It's like
they're
3
so
hours.
long. Kenneth Branagh's is 3 hours. Kenneth Branagh's is like 4.
Well, I mean, long. It's long. Yeah, they're both 3 to 4
They're
hours.
both long.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I'm surprised you like it because you don't like Shakespeare.
I hate Shakespeare, but I like Kenneth Branagh.
And you like David
And
Tennant.
I fucking love David Tennant. And
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart is in so many Shakespeare things.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm not going down that rabbit hole. He's not an actor that I'm going to watch.
It's
I
going to
don't
be
like,
a lot. It's going to be a really deep rabbit hole because it's like he does a version of Macbeth. He's in King Lear.
No,
he
I
does
don't care.
King Henry. He does King Henry the Fifth. Also,
I'll watch the ones with David Tennant. He's in a few.
he's in a few.
I'll watch the ones with David Tennant.
Also, love Patrick Stewart because during the pandemic, when the pandemic first started and everybody went on lockdown, Patrick Stewart spent like 100 and something days reading Shakespeare sonnets.
Right.
It was glorious.
That's what you want to call it.
Glorious.
We started watching Lego Master again. That's back on. We love that.
Oh, real quick interjection back to a previous topic real fast. If you ever so choose or whenever I do remember, I really want a copy of Titus Andronicus, the one with Anthony Hopkins. I have to remember to buy that.
Yeah, I'm not going to remember that name.
No, Titus Andronicus. Okay.
We can watch Battlestar Galactica.
No. Continue.
Okay.
So Lego Masters.
We're watching that again.
Yes. Still good.
Yeah.
Well, Arnett's still wonderful.
A new episode should be out. Maybe we can watch it after this if it's not too late. It's already almost 9.
Yeah.
I got to get up early tomorrow.
Yeah, so it's too late for you. But
Yeah.
tomorrow.
We watched the Euro final today.
We did. Italy won
Yeah.
in a penalty kick out. It was I wouldn't say it was a terrible game.
Our sports feature. It's not very often or very long.
It wasn't a terrible game to watch.
It was terrible because England was
They played
horrible.
They did not play well.
They did not. I was rooting for England, but they did not deserve that. They did not
They
deserve
didn't deserve
to
the
win.
win. Italy played better. But I will say this. I watched more of the Euro Cup than you did because I watched it while I was at the gym
Yeah.
pretty much like for the last 2 weeks.
I don't really watch the Euro Cup.
It was pretty good. I liked most of the matchups. I watched the Ukraine Belarus game. That was
Okay.
pretty good. And I watched the France Germany game, a little bit of that. It was not bad.
I stick to my
Euro Cup this year.
World Cup. I used to watch all those. I watched the different leagues. I watched all that. No, I'm good.
On the very rare occasion where I'm in a sports watching mood, which is barely
Right.
ever, I'll watch a little bit of like the European leagues. Like I'll watch Manchester United or
Of course you will. Terrible team.
Chelsea, but
Chelsea.
Chelsea or
I don't know.
what's the
AC Milan's my team.
not AC Milan. I'll remember later. But like I'll watch some of those games when I feel like the urge to watch a sport. But it's very rare.
I just need to start watching volleyball, beach volleyball, and not for bikinis. Everyone always says, "Oh yeah, of course you like beach." I will watch it. Beach volleyball is better for me because you have 2 or 3 people on a team. You don't have a flood of people,
Yeah,
and it's more enjoyable to watch 2 or 3 people play against 2 or 3 people.
I just like
men or women, it don't matter. I just like watching that.
I like watching like gymnastics and swimming and stuff like that.
That's the volleyball is the only one where I can watch it at any point. I love soccer, but I can't just sit down and watch it. If it's on, I'm good. I'll watch it.
It's interesting.
Yep.
That's interesting. I like watching gymnastics when it's on. These sports that we like though don't air on
I
a
know.
regular basis.
I know.
We don't watch
We
regular sports.
We have the bundle with Disney Plus, so we have ESPN Plus.
There's
so
nothing on there.
They have volleyball, but it's college volleyball.
Yeah.
And it's not good. First of all, it's the team thing. It's not like 3 people.
It's not the beach volleyball. Beach volleyball
And
is very rare to watch.
Yeah, I can't watch. I just can't watch the
Well,
big
I'm excited
teams.
for the Olympics. I'm excited to watch the Olympics. Although they have so many stupid rules this year, but whatever.
Of course.
But I always like gymnastics. I'm really excited for Simone Biles. I really like her.
Okay.
Simone Biles is awesome. But yeah.
What else? Found out that we can buy a horse for under $2,000.
We're not buying a horse.
Look, people out there. Did you know you can buy a horse for $1,800.
It's not the horse that's the
You
problem,
can own
though.
a horse for $1,800.
No, you can't own that horse for $1,800 because stabling fees are ridiculously
It's
expensive.
not that expensive. Not to own a horse.
Babe, it's expensive. Stop. You can't just buy
You can also lease a horse. I don't know if you know that, but you can lease a horse. It's like a goddamn car.
Poor horses. Listen, no, we're not getting a horse, babe.
The things you don't know. It's crazy.
We can go horseback riding, but we are not buying a horse.
Well, I was looking that because I want to do horseback riding this year.
I do too.
And there's this one place that had a horse for sale.
We're not buying a horse, babe.
And I thought horses were expensive. That's not expensive. That's not expensive.
I mean, $1,800 isn't cheap.
I spend a lot more stupid money on stupid shit.
It's true. But that doesn't mean that it's cheap.
There's we're planning on a fair or what that witchy thing Jamie wants
The
to do.
lunar. I wanted to do it. I actually brought it to Jamie's attention.
It's 2 hours away.
So what?
I
I want to do it. They only do it during full moons
and new moons.
and new moons.
Bunch of weirdos.
Stop it. It looks cool. It's a festival for witchy things.
Okay.
I'm excited.
You gonna dress up?
I'll dress like flowy skirt and that kind of stuff.
Okay. I don't know what I'm gonna wear.
Regular clothes, babe.
No, I gotta wear something witchy. I got dig deep into my Wiccan
Roots.
roots, my pagan belief structure, my history.
Oh, I should bring. Yep.
You can bring what?
I should bring that to the attention of other friends that we have.
Okay. True. But I asked Alexa what she's. Every time I say her name, I gotta look at the ball over there. See what she's doing because she's into that kind of like she likes dressing up as a witch and all. We had that conversation.
We did have that conversation, so yeah,
So maybe they like to.
come to.
We'll drive them. They can drive up here, and we'll drive them up there. Let's see what else. So, game. Are you playing any stupid game apps on your phone?
No, I stopped
No?
being able to do that a long time ago.
What do you mean you stopped being
I
able
used to. I used to be able to like sit there and just play through games
Yeah.
on my phone. Yeah, I can't.
I have one that I play.
Which one?
There's no ads. But that tells you how stupid it is.
Yeah, I know. Like that tells me it's either
It's
really.
a basketball. And it's like it's like Flappy Bird. But you hit the ball and it bounces and it has to get into hoops. And then you get points for those hoops. And at the end, you have a bar that runs out with so many taps. And when you go through a hoop, you get a point and your bar increases, so you have more tap ability. When you pass the finish line, you tap it and you get times, like you try to get times 10. So your points times 10.
Okay.
And you just keep doing this over and over. And then you build up points. And you know, in normal games, you get points, and then you can spend the points for different things, like different balls or different things.
You can't do that.
Yeah, there's no purchasing. You get all these coins and points, but you don't buy anything with them. It just
is.
You just tap the fucking ball through hoops.
Okay, that's cool. Cool.
Whenever I'm
Cool.
bored or something, I just open that up, tap 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 tap. There's no point. There's no end goal. It's just
Very random.
stupid.
Yeah.
But it's got my interest for now.
Yeah, I used to be able to play those games, and now I can't. Like, I used to play Minion Rush and, like, all
Yeah.
this other stuff, and now it doesn't hold my attention.
Only got a couple more things.
Okay.
I had bought natural deodorant. Because, like, I hate the shirt stains from, like, the aluminum and whatever things they put in it. And it seemed to be good, but it only works for, like,
Couple
hours, and then you just smell the rest of the day.
Yeah, it's not.
And it's not cheap.
Yeah, it doesn't have the See, here's the thing. Deodorant isn't what stops you from smelling all day.
Well, here, when I want deodorant, I don't need the antiperspirant.
But that's what makes it last, though.
Well, no, what that does is it like clogs up your pores, which is bad for you.
Yeah.
So I don't need that. I just don't want the aluminum and all this other stuff in it. So I went with this expensive one,
Yeah.
and it's shit.
I mean, I'll buy you other natural ones, and you'll see if they work better. But
no point in spending.
But the
money
thing is, like that's part of the problem of natural deodorant. Part of the reason that regular deodorant works is because of the antiperspirant qualities, because it stops your pores from releasing that sweat, and that's the reason why it works. But
stupid.
But
no, because I sweat when I wear deodorant, and
but
I still don't
it's
smell.
not the same. Like sweat from your armpit smells more than it
No.
does from
I still
other parts.
sweat out of my armpits,
Okay.
but it doesn't smell.
Yeah, because it runs out. Like it's.
I don't know, but it doesn't matter. Don't buy it, anybody. If you're
It
listening.
works for some people. No, don't say that because it does. Natural deodorant.
If it works
does
for
work.
you, call in, send us an email, let us know,
Because it does work for some people.
because it doesn't work, and prove me wrong. Come here, put it on after a long day, and let me smell your armpits.
Oh my God, babe, stop.
And if it doesn't smell bad, then you win.
You win. What do they win?
It's they win not having the punishment.
Okay, got
That's they're not being punished. That's what the win is.
it. Okay, babe.
So I was talking about how I was doing the Egyptian figures, but they're not very steady on their feet. That's why they're re-releasing them with stands. Really cool stands, like I was talking about before, but it's not worth it
No.
to buy a whole new figure, and they're not selling the stands. So I got these aftermarket stands that people get for their hot toys and everything, so they'll be able to stand, and I'll be able to do that really nicely.
Very cool.
Inexpensive. Hopefully they work. And then I'll be able to stand up my Barbie, my prized possession.
You grown up skipper.
Inappropriate Barbie doll. And the last thing, we've had this discussion before, but I'm trying to figure out which way I'm going to go now. This is make or break.
Okay, I'm ready.
Karl Urban, national treasure. To Australia,
Yeah, he's not American.
but he's a national treasure.
Not for America.
He's
but sure.
so much a treasure that we've accepted him.
Okay.
I've accepted him.
Yes.
He has there's 3 versions of a toy for him.
Mm-hmm.
You have NECA's, which is 6 inches, ugly. You have Metacom's Mafex, which is 6 inches, which is decent.
Mm-hmm.
You have
Hot toys.
No, it's not even Hot Toys. It's not Hot Toys. It's So Toys or something like that.
That's it.
That's where you want to buy from.
I want to get it. I want to get it from the So company.
Yeah, I didn't think about that until it came out of my mouth. Then you have the So company. I think I could be completely wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's
If
what
that's how they pronounce it, there's a choice. It's like it's the Gary Barbera commercials all over again.
Yeah.
It's like is Gary Barbera the best
Well,
boy? I guess. So, okay.
Yeah, we do okay.
We do all right.
We do all right.
I guess we're okay. Come on.
So that's 12 inches.
Okay.
It's 1/6 scale, where everything else is 1/12, and it looks good.
Okay.
And it has presence because it's a big figure.
Yeah.
Comes with real cloth, all that kind of stuff. That taller,
more
1/6
expensive toy.
Yeah.
Has, yeah.
So my question is, okay, NECA's out because
It's ugly. Got
here's the thing, their butcher isn't bad. My thinking behind this is I want something with presence.
Mm-hmm.
So, do I go with Billy Butcher from Mafex, which is $100?
Mm-hmm.
NECA's is like a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Half that.
Because NECA, yeah.
But we hate NECA here.
Yeah.
It looks better, but if I buy him, he's only 6 inches. So I feel like I would be tempted, and I would end up buying all their figures. So it'd be more expensive, but it would have more presence because you'd have
All of them.
all the showrunners in it, and it would look good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if I spend $250 or whatever on one figure of Billy the Butcher, who's 12 inches tall, he's got plenty of presence just being him. So which way do I want to go? If taking the money out of it, like I love Karl Urban.
Yeah, I mean,
Do I want
here's
an
the
awesome display with all of them?
we like most of the characters in there, though. Like,
Yeah, we do.
It would be a different story if it was like a show. For example, Batman.
Yeah.
You only really like the Joker, so like
Batman and Joker.
The Batman and Joker. So like, if it was that case, I would say just get him. But for the boys, we pretty much like all of the characters.
Even the ones we hate, we like.
Even the ones we hate, we like. So like, I would go for the ones that have the more characters because the show is different for us in the sense that we like all of them.
Okay, that's why I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I would do the smaller version, but more of the characters. Again, because it's not a Batman situation for you. It's
right.
You actually enjoy all of these characters.
Right. Okay.
So
I just need more Karl Urban. I say this almost every other podcast.
Every other podcast. Karl Urban and Timothy Oliphant. If they did a show together, what would you do?
I would give them all my money. You saw what I did with Ernest.
Yeah, I know.
I was hoping for the spinoff of
I can only imagine.
Gina Carano and Timothy Oliphant for the Star Wars thing because I love her character on there.
Her character is
and
good.
his character is him. So them having like a buddy cop thing.
Oh my god, that would be a dream come true for you.
Again, because I love the buddy cop shows. Ugh.
Karl Urban and Timothy Oliphant. If you're out there, if you're listening, we need a buddy cop show with the two of you.
If they had a show already or a movie and I've missed it, I'm going to be upset. But I'm going to have to look back. I don't think they did. But they're making the Black Series figure of Cobb Vanth.
Okay, cool.
So, fingers crossed that we might get a Hot Toys.
Yeah, of Cobb Vanth.
Of a Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
And then I'd buy two of them.
And turn one into Raylan
and
Givens.
take the head off. And make a... I think they make...
I'm sure that there's Raylan Givens.
There is.
Action
and they're also
figure somewhere.
I saw there's one and there's a why am I blanking on his name?
Walton Goggins.
Yeah, Walton Goggins. They have aftermarket heads of them. I remember seeing it
That'd be
real
cool.
quick. But then you'd have to buy like the bodies, you'd have to buy the clothing and all, which would get expensive.
If only we had a person with a 3D printer.
Yeah, but someone would have to model that.
That's true.
But I need that. If I had a display of them two,
It'd be done.
Timothy Oliphant and Walton Goggins.
I don't think Timothy Oliphant is in enough things.
But,
Karl Urban is, but like Karl Urban's in like Thor.
No, I know he's in everything that people don't even realize.
Yeah.
But
Timothy Oliphant, what do you got? You got Justified.
Yeah.
And Star Wars.
Well, one episode of
One
a show.
One episode of one show.
But he was in the other Western thing. Was it not Tombstone?
Oh, Deadwood.
Yeah. He's in that. He was in the movie Hitman. Someone was telling me that.
Oh my god.
And I was like, shut the fuck up. No, he wasn't.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, that he was bald and everything. I was like, no. Because I knew there's the only movie I know of, it wasn't him. And then I looked it up and I was like, motherfucker, it was him. I'm not going to watch the movie. But, yeah, I just need them to make a Hot Toys of any character of Timothy Oliphant. So the best deal I have right now is to get a Cobb Vanth one. Mm-hmm. And now I need someone to make, I need Hot Toys to make a Dread one. And then I just take the mask, the helmet off, and then they can be partnered up as that because they're both in weird armor. But Dread was made so long ago.
Yeah, I know.
That's not going to happen.
No.
That's another comic book I would like to try to get into.
Judge Dredd?
Yeah. Because the artwork's very gritty and kind of cool looking, but I don't know how the story would be.
I don't know.
Speaking of gory shit.
I don't know anything about it, so I can't.
That's a gory.
I can't input anything. I've never seen it.
I never saw the original with Stallone, but you put Karl Urban in it, I'm going to watch that shit. So, I think that's everything.
Okay.
Just looking through, making sure. Oh, did you know you can buy a horse for under $2,000?
Yes, I did. Let's keep going. We're not getting a horse. A list of animals that Dunkel cannot have. Like that's what I'm gonna have to make. No bird, no horse.
I don't understand why you gotta be mean to me.
You
Ooh, can I have a Pegasus? It's a bird and a horse.
If you can find
Put
a
together.
natural Pegasus, sure, we can have that.
Okay.
Pegasus that's found in nature.
Well, anything can be found in nature. If
No,
you
no,
look
no, no,
outside
no,
and
no,
it's
no.
there.
If I walk up to a horse and he's wearing some wings that you plastered on and that doesn't count.
Nope. I'm gonna contact some kind of crazy scientist, and we're going to remove wings of a big bird and put them surgically into the spine of a horse,
Okay, babe.
or like.
Also, if you find a natural unicorn, we can have that too.
I mean, unicorns are actually easier to find. They have websites for those.
Not real unicorns.
Yeah, they are.
What? I'm not talking about narwhals.
Nope. I'm not talking about narwhals either. Unicorns, where you can go on a website.
Okay,
and
no,
find
that's
unicorns.
not the kind of unicorn that I'm talking about. I'm talking about the animal with the singular horn. You
Okay.
pervert.
Oh, I'm the pervert. You want to rewind back to the opening segment of this, talking about your den of snakes?
It's vipers. Get it right.
So, okay. So I think that's all. Besides that, you can get a horse for under $2,000.
Yep.
Oh, there was shit.
What?
Oh, so I'm thinking. I had it in my head and then it disappeared, but it's back. So we were going to do the Patreon, like, or something, where we did like Battle of the Bands. Mm-hmm. We're getting rid of that. What I want to do now, because we can't upload it because it's going to be copyright music.
Yes.
So what I want to do is when we have guests over, have like, it doesn't have to be. It's not going to be a long podcast, but since everyone really likes the music you like, right? That's what the majority of people
For the
like.
most part, yes.
Right. There's not your favorite bands are what people like.
Generally, yes.
Do you have an idea of something that's not?
Sea shanties?
That's stupid. But that's not a band.
No, that's not.
But I have an eclectic range of music that I like.
You have very specific eclectic range of music.
But I have like I have a few bands.
You
of
have a
each
few
genre
like you don't have
from,
you don't have a necessary genre that you like.
like
But
on
you're,
a regular rotation. I can listen to like on my way home or something. If I listen to music, it'll go from No Doubt to like death metal to
So
jazz.
what I'm saying is you do not have a specific genre that you like.
Right.
But you have very specific.
But they span.
But they span different genres. Yes.
Pretty much all the genres. There's
Yes.
not, besides opera, there's not much that I won't listen to.
Yes.
At least one band. So
Yes.
what I want to do is like when someone comes over, I want to sit them down and I want to play some of my music and then record their live reactions to
Sure.
it.
Sure.
And then I just keep it for my own shits and giggles
Okay.
until we release a mix CD of our podcast, our hit pod. So yeah, that's what we'll do,
Okay.
which won't happen. But I still want to record that because I like making people uncomfortable, and when I want to record them just saying, "What the fuck are you listening to?" That's all.
Okay.
So, all right, I think that's everything. You got anything else?
Nope. I think that's it for this week.
Okay. We're back on our regular roll because I mean we had a lot of stuff in the beginning that I have to cut out, but we're at like 120.
Yeah.
So
Wonderful.
back to our normal swing of things. All right, everyone. So, thank you for listening. If you have any comments, concerns, questions, want to be on the show, either in person, over Skype or whatever, or the phone, email us at shadedcornermedia@gmail.com or find us at Instagram at shaded_corner. And we can set something up. Other than that, thank you for listening.
We love you. Have a great week. Be safe.
See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Sometimes when the world is so sunny and people are a bore, I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner. A place with all my favorite toys and games and movies and more. I go to my shaded corner, my shaded corner.
I hate that thing.
Breathe, babe.
I've tried that. Have you tried breathing
Breathe.
on the thing?
Yeah.
It hurts.
It's meditative. It's like
It
meditative
hurts.
breathing.
It hurts. The whole way you have to take a minute or two and just deep breaths in and out.
Mm-hmm.
No.
It's good for you.
Makes me lightheaded. I don't think that's the point of it.
No.
All right, you ready?
Yes, dear.